Di Zoom-nya, maaf itu linknya masih ke bawah nama saya, jadi silahkan diganti dengan namanya masing-masing ya, di rename aja sesuai namanya masing-masing.
Rame banget. Oh, sorry, I have to mute my speaker.
Oke, kita udah live di YouTube.
Wait a second, I need to change my clothes.
You don't want a map on your body?
Yeah, because my
Oke, buat teman-teman yang baru join, karena linknya masih dari link account saya, jadi namanya masih pakai nama saya. Silahkan tolong diubah namanya masing-masing ya di Zoom, di rename aja.
The GitHub t-shirt.
yeah, because when I use the QGIS t-shirt, it will be become background, the background of the.
Actually, I have it too here as well.
Ah.
So I'm in Umbrin, Ismail.
Sorry. I'm run.
Yeah.
It's close. It's quite funny.
Yeah. Well, you came here a few years ago, having melting cheese.
Yeah.
2016, 17 or 16? 16.
16. 4 years ago. Yeah. I can see. Well, I tried the melt cheese here, but the flavor is different.
You can find like similar, or maybe it's different.
It's a raclette, right? The raclette cheese, yeah. When I came here, there are a lot of cheese, so I just give to choose which one. Okay, how many people are coming? Oh, yeah, there are around 80 or 90 registrant, and see how many will come.
Ya, teman-teman yang baru bergabung di Zoom, itu karena kemarin linknya dari saya, mohon maaf. Jadi masih namanya nama saya, Muhammad Iqnaul. Silahkan diganti aja, rename masing-masing ya. Jadi banyak banget.
Did you get already some English presentations before?
No, you are the first
time. Yeah.
I have already asked Martin and Saber from Lutra Consulting. And they said, oh, okay, they agree, but
Great.
let's see after you. Yeah.
Quite
Maybe
good as
about
well.
input and.
While Martin bisa bicara bahasa Indonesia.
Yeah, actually there are 2 people in Lutra who can speak Indonesia.
Yeah, Peter as well.
Yeah, he got married with Indonesian lady.
Where is he now?
Martin?
Or Peter?
I think in UK. I think.
Okay, so she moved from Indonesia to UK.
Yes. Okay, in 2 minutes. Ada sambutan dari Pak Presiden OSGIO nggak nih nanti?
Ada.
No. Saya
Yang
jadi
punya rumah ya?
Saya tukang parkir aja.
Ada nanti, ada.
Ada no harusnya.
Wah.
Kita kan berkolaborasi.
Saya izin ke belakang ya.
Minum dulu.
Off kamera loh.
Minum dulu.
Oke, teman-teman yang udah bergabung, 2 menit lagi kita mulai. Terus mohon maaf, ini kemarin karena link Zoom-nya dari account saya, jadi namanya teman-teman masih nama saya di Zoom. Jadi tolong diganti ya dengan namanya masing-masing, di rename aja. Muhammad Iqnaul haknya diganti aja, langsung ke namanya masing-masing. Alright. Ya, yang masih ada 4 orang lagi yang belum ganti namanya, silahkan diganti, biar nanti kita gampang ketika tanya jawab. Di rename aja, di Zoom-nya diganti namanya masing-masing. Nama panggilan juga boleh. Yang penting memudahkan kita untuk identifikasi. Oke, kita tunggu 1 menit lagi ya, Mas Sunni ya.
Siap.
Oke, teman-teman yang baru bergabung, mohon maaf kemarin linknya masih atas nama saya, jadi di Zoom-nya tolong diganti ke namanya masing-masing ya, di rename aja. Ada pilihannya kok di settingannya untuk rename, kalau ada yang belum tahu. Kalau di yang login dengan komputer, itu di kanan ada tulisan more, more-nya diklik, ada pilihan rename di namanya masing-masing. Silahkan diganti. Ya. Oke. Oke, yang belum ganti nama, beberapa sudah saya chat ya. Tolong di-chat namanya. Oke, kita mulai sebentar lagi. Oke, sip. Oke. Kita mulai aja, Mas Sunni.
Oke.
Oke.
Langsung aku tuh kamu dulu tuh.
Tak buka sebentar aja ya.
Oh ya.
Oke, selamat malam teman-teman yang udah bergabung. Terima kasih udah meluangkan waktunya di KuQis seri keempat kali ini. Ini sebenarnya kegiatan ini adalah kegiatan kita yang biasanya sebulan sekali, cuma kemarin sepertinya sempat agak kelewat gitu, karena ya biasa ini kan kita juga volunteer ya, jadi mungkin ada kesibukan sama-sama di antara volunteer kita, jadi kita kemarin belum sempat lengkap hampir 1 bulan dari KuQis 3 ke KuQis 4. Nah, di KuQis 4 ini kita kolaborasi dengan OSGeo Indonesia. Ini terima kasih sekali Pak Firman fasilitasi Zoom-nya gitu. Jadi selain di Zoom, selain lewat via Zoom ini, kita juga live di YouTube seperti biasa. Jadi kenapa? Karena kemarin begitu kita buat invitation link-nya, ternyata mungkin ada hampir lebih dari 90 yang mendaftar. Jadi kita khawatir kalau nggak, karena kan ini kapasitasnya hanya 100, jadi kita live-kan di YouTube juga. Jadi nanti bisa ditonton setelah kegiatan ini, rekamannya tetap ada di YouTube channel kita seperti biasa. Nah, di hari ini kita akan membahas atau ada sharing tentang plugin Lizmap di QGIS. Ini kebetulan sudah hadir bersama kita ada Etienne, nanti juga akan dimoderatori oleh Mas Ismail Sunni. Jadi mungkin teman-teman ada, kalau dilihat dari form responden sebelumnya, ada yang sudah pernah tahu tentang plugin Lizmap itu apa di QGIS, tapi juga ada yang benar-benar baru tahu. Nah, di sini kita saatnya belajar bersama. Nanti kita sudah sediakan untuk tanya jawab melalui Google Form. Jadi nanti nanti kita akan share linknya di tengah-tengah. Terus teman-teman bisa share di situ supaya memudahkan kita semua. Kan karena sedang online, jadi bisa pakai Google Translate ya, langsung translatein aja ke bahasa Inggris. Jadi kita mudah langsung Etienne untuk membacanya. Oke. Terus kemudian, oh ya, sebelumnya saya mohon maaf dulu, ini kemarin karena link undangan Zoom-nya dari account saya, jadi username-nya masih Muhammad Iqnaul. Mohon tolong diganti ya teman-teman. Jadi maklum nih, baru pertama kali kita pakai Zoom, tolong diganti aja dengan namanya masing-masing, bisa di rename kok. Itu. Jadi ini saya lihat masih ada lebih dari 5 orang yang namanya nama saya. Jadi tolong diganti aja, di rename gitu. Mohon maaf, nggak apa-apa, tinggal di rename aja kok. Oke. Itu dari saya. Jadi on behalf of QGIS Indonesia, we welcome you, Etienne. It's very happy to have you, and we appreciate you can spending some time with us today. Previously, we kind of give a form in our QGIS Indonesia about how many people do know about Lizmap plugins, and yes, most of them is still new about Lizmap. So I hope we can share and learn together about these plugins and how can we explore it into as this can export web mapping into a web platform from QGIS directly itself. So yeah, it's very good to have you, and I think most of us will have a casual discussion with you. Let's not make it too formal, okay?
Okay.
So it's more like a knowledge sharing, and since this is quite new to us, so yeah, maybe you can provide some general overview first, or a quick demo or something like that. Is up to you. Okay, and
I have a huge demo.
Okay, cool. All right, maybe Pak Firman. Satu patah, dua patah. Silakan.
Iya, terima kasih. Ya, terus terang ketika diminta untuk membantu ya dengan senang hati ya, karena apapun itu ya, untuk open source GIS ya, saya selalu ikut serta. Thank you very much, Etienne. It's a pleasure to have you with us today. So for me, especially, I just know about Lizmap and I just installed the plugins, so I cannot wait the demo, so we can learn together. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Pak Firman. All right. Without further ado, let's get started. Over to you, Mas Sunni.
Terima kasih, Iqnaul. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Berjumpa lagi dengan saya. Udah naik pangkat kemarin jadi host, sekarang jadi moderator. Nah, ya mungkin sedikit. Sebentar, saya screen share sedikit lah. Aduh, aku dijadiin host.
Oke, dah.
Bentar. Ya, biasa kendala teknis.
Ya, maklum baru pakai Zoom.
Kelihatan nggak ya? Sip, kelihatan.
Sip.
Ya, ini sedikit spoiler tadi udah dikasih tahu si Iqnaul tentang narasumber kita siang ini atau malam ini waktu Indonesia. Ini adalah Museum Louvre di Paris. Dan ini adalah judulnya Lizmap Plugin Introduction. Sorry, I will mix between Indonesia and English, Etienne, with Etienne Trimaile. So our speaker today is Etienne Trimaile. He is from French. French. He lives in Embrun, one of the small city in France. He is a developer of QGIS, and if you know QuickOSM plugin in QGIS, he also developed that. He also one of the developer in INASAFE team, and he also developed some stuff in QGIS core. So maybe you already used one of his creation. And this is the agenda for today, the opening, and then the next part is the introduction of Lizmap plugin by Etienne. I will give you like around 30 minutes or so for your introduction or presentation or demo, and then after that we will have a small discussion. If the participant has a question or something, they can ask using the form, or if possible, you can also ask directly using the Zoom. And in the last one, there will be some announcement from QGIS. There are some news from the QGIS world internationally and some information from the QGIS community in Indonesia. So I think we can start now. I will give the screen share to you, Etienne, and hope we will have a good time today.
Yes.
Thank you, Etienne. Can you
I will just wait for you to give me the sharing.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, maybe no. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm
coming. I see. Share screen.
Mas Sunni, you have to
stop your screen,
stop,
Ismail. Yeah, it's just it's asking me if I want to stop Ismail's screen.
Yeah, so just stop it. I couldn't find. Okay.
Okay, it's all right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Selamat datang di presentasi Lizmap. Terima kasih. Nama saya Etienne. Saya dulu mengerjakan INASAFE bersama Mas Sunni dan Adi dan Ivan 3 tahun lalu. Saya suka berbicara bahasa Indonesia, tapi saya akan berbicara dalam bahasa Inggris. So I was working for INASAFE in Jakarta. I came many times in Indonesia. INASAFE, maybe you heard about it. It's a QGIS plugin to do risk assessment. So we're doing that for DMI Innovation and BNPB, Badan Nasional Penanggulangan Bencana. So I was working like 3 years, with some of you. So now I'm working for Freelise. We are an open source company, so we do mainly open source products. Everything is near, like every product that we do are available on GitHub. We are QGIS and PostgreSQL lovers. We do some core contributions, mainly on the server side of QGIS. So we do like QGIS, QGIS server, PostgreSQL, and Lizmap development. And within the company, so we do like some development, some server hosting about Lizmap. We do like consulting, like some custom project for customers. We do some support, and of course we do some trainings about QGIS, PostGIS, or Lizmap. So, well, most of you already like know QGIS, one of the leading open source software in GIS. So you know that QGIS has many capabilities already. So you can do a lot of styling, like some complex styles with rule-based rendering, with categorized, graduated rendering, etc. You can do a lot of report generation. That's an extract from INASAFE. You can like generate some PDF with maps, legends, etc. And you can do, of course, some data analysis between rasters, vectors, etc. And also, like there is like some forms if you want, like to put some constraints when you like insert new features. You can like have some custom forms with some drop-down menu. I'm not sure exactly like how many of you knows this kind of feature in QGIS, but we will see that just now in the demo. So yeah, QGIS, like we only know this slide. So it's an open source project. It has like many capabilities, but QGIS is not only a desktop application. You can also use it on mobile, like with QField. And QGIS has also like the QGIS server to publish data over the internet using OGC protocol, like WMS, WFS, etc. And you can also do like processing on a server or not using like a QGIS process tool. It's a command line application. And you may need also like to publish your data using like an application. I mean, you may want to do like to publish your data over the internet. So you're already using QGIS, you already love QGIS. So maybe we can find a tool that like combine like QGIS and QGIS server together. So you already like have your project like with a complex legend. You already have set up your print layout for PDF. You may have attribute tables, access rights. And honestly, you don't have time to set up another tool like to publish your data. Like you already have your project within QGIS. So we try to come up with a product like called Lizmap. So Lizmap is like using the acronym like what you see is what you get. So basically like no code is needed to publish data with Lizmap, or nearly. Like maybe sometimes you might want to customize a little bit more like Lizmap. So for instance, on the left, sorry, it's QGIS showing one project. So you may have like a complex legend with some variations, some different layers, polygons, lines, etc. And on the right, you have Lizmap showing you the same project, but just in a web browser, in Firefox, for instance. So basically, Lizmap loves QGIS. We try to take every configuration that we can from QGIS itself, like symbology, printing composers, attribute tables, editing forms, expressions, etc. So as like the same as QField, like prepare once, like prepare one time your project and then deploy, like deploy with QField on your mobile or deploy on the web using Lizmap. There is a small plugin called Lizmap to configure some specific parts of your web application. And then Lizmap has a admin panel where you can customize like access rights or directories, etc. So it's open source. It's available on GitHub as well. So basically, like, how do you publish a web map using Lizmap? As I said, you prepare your project within QGIS. You prepare your layers, your print layouts, your forms. Already, what you can do, use the plugin to customize like some tools. What tools do you want to show? What layers do you want to show in your web application? Then you send your project on a server where there is Lizmap, and that's it. You already got your project published on the web. So under the hood, just quickly, like for the geeks among us, it's what I said. First, you set up your project using QGIS, so you are the GIS administrator. Then you send the data and the project on the server. So on the server, you may have PostGIS. It's quite useful to have PostGIS on the server as well to store your data. You have a QGIS server running, and you have Lizmap, which is a PHP application. And then Lizmap will like provide the web application. And you can also use QGIS desktop to read WMS or WFS OGC protocols. But using like Lizmap as a proxy, it will do access rights, etc. So I will show you quickly some use cases. It's provided by different people in France. So that's, for instance, Milan, a French city in the Alps. They are doing some A candy styles of their Lizmap, showing like playgrounds, schools. So on a map, like they can show like their layers with some nice icons, a photo, and a description when you click on it. Calvados, that's a French district in France. So they have a custom theme as well, but you can customize like with CSS, for instance. Some are using Lizmap like to show like some complex information, like with a small chart on the left, like showing like per hectares the land, which is free, which is occupied by a project. Then you have the number of like industry or shops. We have like another use case is like edition. So I will show you this one live doing a demo. It's to use a QGIS form to say, okay, someone saw like a dolphin somewhere. We will do that live later. Some like are doing some data viz as well, like within Lizmap, so you can display charts, bar charts, pie charts using your data. I don't know if you know, but in QGIS you can use relationships between tables. So maybe you have like a one-to-many relationship. So this one, actually I could show you live also. Maybe you know demo.lizmap.com. I put all the links in the presentation at the end. Demo.lizmap.com, it's presenting you some different projects with different purpose. So I was showing you the cat's movements. So let's load the cat project. Kita suka kucing. So this project is showing, like, if I click on a cat, that's the map of the cat. I can get like his name, his picture. I can get some charts about like the average distance during the day. I can have different information. I can also print the PDF. I noticed the PDF was quite long, but we'll see. We can publish the attribute table, so I can close the pop-up. And then if I choose this one, so that's the attribute table of like every cat. So I can have a cat name, have their picture, duration, total area, etc. I just try to get back to the PDF. Yeah. Okay, so that's you can have the PDF of a specific cat. So I invite you to check these projects because they show different things, like Paris by Night. It's to customize, like you can switch the lights on or switch the lights off. That's done with some JavaScript. So like if Lizmap is not enough, you can still add like some custom code and to add some JavaScript and add a button. There is like different projects showing like different things. So I invite you to check. Okay, so I already showed. Yeah, some are doing like some filtering. So for instance, hey, the video is not coming. Okay. We're supposed to have a small video showing, but maybe it's slow. So you can use a checkbox if you want to like select it will hide or not like these point of interest. So if you want to find like some products sold in a farm, and you want also like that this farm is selling cheese, keju, or something else, you can do it. We just select. Ya, orang Prancis suka keju. Cadastre, that's a specific application. So you can add extensions on top of Lizmap. So this one is quite specific, is to add like information about parcel owner. So you can look for like owner or like per area, per district, per neighborhood to display like land surveying information. So yeah, so like we have very different users of Lizmap. It's either private companies, public organizations, research centers. And we have some contributions on GitHub. We have also some contribution for translation. I know some of you asked to join the Indonesian project on Transifex. So if you are one of these translators, like we can talk after. I saw like the percentage of translation of Bahasa was increasing a little bit. It's nice to see like some contributions overseas. We have a JavaScript script like repository, like to share like some useful script. That's just some examples of other Lizmap instances running. Yeah, as I said, we can add extensions. So on QGIS server, you can also add plugins. Most of you know like QGIS plugins on desktop, but it's also possible to add plugins on QGIS server. So it's to add like more capabilities to QGIS server, like more outputs formats when you do like save as vector file, or like to add atlas capabilities when you do print PDF or other We have also, like, as I said, like server-side Lizmap modules, like map builder, WPS, it's web processing service to, I will show you quickly. Yeah, we have to add the CSS, JavaScript, some display Lizmap in an iframe in another website. It's possible. So it's like a Padang restaurant. If it's not enough, you can always pick more. It's like you can pick many things. With when it's not enough, you can always like have some more. That's web processing service. It's to publish like QGIS algorithm, you know, the toolbox on the right. When you do processing toolbox, you can have different algorithm. You can also publish them on Lizmap. So if you want to do some processing on the server, but having the UI like from Lizmap, from the web interface, it's possible with a module for that to run QGIS server process. And the next release of Lizmap, it's going to be like 3.4, so it's going to be next week. So it's quite soon. Like Lizmap 3.3 was released like September 2019. So we have quite a few features coming, like using QGIS expression in Lizmap edition. I will show you one of these in the demo. We have snapping when editing. We have like geolocation. We have a lot of improvement in the data views module. And we have like more like access control about layers or features, like for users or groups. Okay, now it's time for the demo. So everything will be live and I will start from scratch. So hopefully everything will be fine. How many minutes do I have, Ismail, approximately for the demo?
Well, based on the schedule, 10 minutes, but if you want more,
How
it's
many?
fine because 10 minutes normally, but
Oh.
if you need
Okay.
more, it's fine because it's interesting to see the demo.
Yeah. That's, I think it's the most important.
Yeah. So go on, it's fine.
Okay. So let's try, because I have like, I have a backup project just in case I can like overpass some steps. So as you can see, my project is blank. So I will just start from scratch. I've just prepared like quickly some layers in my local database. So I just add them. So it's municipalities. So it's like it's island, it's French Polynesia. I have some observations. I have some persons. So I will just make a group. Well, it's not compulsory, but and another one like to show you that we can customize the legend. So I would just, for instance, put these two. I will add a background layer. So I have IGN Pratique Ortho, yeah, photography. Okay. It's live demo. It's a huge demo. So, yeah. So, let's. I can open Lizmap quickly. We just go to properties, QGIS server. There is only a few settings that I need to do. It's very few. So I can give a title in the QGIS properties, QGIS server tab. I can give a title. So like this is a demo for QGIS user group. Well, and then I'm doing that for later. Publish as WFS these layers. And let's do like a symbology on my municipalities. So I want to like make a categorized rendering showing one color for each with just a outline, simple line, offset. Okay. Yeah, it's It's quick. It's just to show you that, okay, I can organize my legend. I can put like some names like with human readable or like capital letters, just to make them like prettier. Okay, so that's it. I can already like start publish. Actually, I should have choose my names. It's more convenient. Yes, yeah, that's better. So I can open Lizmap. I need to save first as a QGIS file, live demo. Save. Okay. So that's the Lizmap plugin. I already installed it before. So in the first tab, I can set up some basic configuration about my maps. Like if I want to enable like map tools, so I want to enable like measure tool, drawing tool. I will do some print after. I can define my my extent. So I can say like from map canvas, I want to use this extent. In the second tab, I can choose my layers. So I want to display them by default in my application. So I want to display my municipalities. I can see I can set some metadata. So I have I can put a link about municipalities. I have a Wikipedia link. It's a list of municipalities in French Polynesia. And that's an external link, a URL. But if I want also, I can use a PDF that I've stored on my server. So I can use like a doc.pdf. Okay. And on my municipalities, I want to enable pop-up. So I would just use auto mode. And okay, I save. And now the thing that I need to do is like I need to send my data on my server. Actually, my server is running on my laptop, so I have nothing to do. I can just go to that's running on my machine. And here I have Indonesia, and I have, this is a demo for QGIS user group. I just created it. I can customize quickly the small thumbnail which is provided here. So I have this picture. I can copy paste and call it. Wait, I just want to refresh. Yeah, the live demo.qgs.jpg. Just to have the same name as my project. So no, if I refresh, yeah, here we are. I have my small thumbnail. It's set. So if I open now, I can see my project. I forgot to have the background layer. Sorry, just coming back. Base layer. Auto, because I need to enable it. This one. That's a key. Okay. Okay, as you see, I already have my web application. I am in my web browser, and I just like saved my project. I saved the Lizmap configuration. Usually people need to send their QGIS project and their data on the server, but I already have like what I have in QGIS here and in my web browser here. With my layers, you see I can find again my input folder with observations, persons, and municipalities. If I click municipalities, I can add some metadata as well, like abstract. And I see I have a documentation button. It's because I added a link. So if I click on the link, then it's opening the link provided. So that's Wikipedia. And for the other one, I put a PDF. So it will open the PDF, which is stored on the server. So it's not the best PDF. It's just for the demo. So you can add some links here. And then if you remember, I have enabled pop-up on my municipalities layer. So now if I click on a layer, I have municipalities, ID, the name, the code, Wikidata, Wikipedia, population, and the URL of that was in my attribute table here. I have municipalities. No, I've just enabled like pop-up every time I click. I can have like the feature displayed. These names, like we can change these names. So this is using a QGIS configuration. I don't know if you know this feature. If you go to attribute forms, name, you can set an alias. So I can say name, reference, let's say it's a code, Wikidata, population, I can put population. So you can set alias like this. It will be displayed in QGIS here. You see now it's like, so you can remove like the reference and put code. And the setting is automatically updated in Lizmap. So now if I click, didn't work. Did I save? Oh, no, I didn't save. Sorry, I can't see like the Zoom. Yeah, no, I've saved, so it's not displayed anymore. Reference, it's display code. So Lizmap is reading the QGIS project, like everything that you are doing in your QGIS project, it will be like forwarded to Lizmap as well. So we don't want to duplicate the settings twice. It's just reading your project and trying to do the same. So now I want to be able to customize, like, I mean, to let the user add new person in my table. So if I toggle editing mode and I just add a new feature, you see it's like displaying like name, surname, date of birth, address, gender, email, municipality. I can customize the form in QGIS. So if I double click, I switch to drag and drop designer. ID, I don't want it. Name, I can add a better name. Surname, date of birth. So I can customize the alias, gender, email, and municipality. Okay. I want to organize a little bit this form, so I will do a identity group. I will put it on the top, name, surname, let's add a municipality, and the other one, these are optional. So I will make another group, date of birth, email, just put all of them here. So now in QGIS, I can also customize like the widget type. So name, that's perfect, it's text edit. Surname as well, that's good. Municipality here, I can change because I have a municipality layer and I want the data to be like automatic. So I will choose value relation, layer municipalities, key column ID, key value, I will show the name. And here I can filter by expression. So it's, let's write it quickly. So it's intersects. I can intersect my current geometry with geometry. So I'm doing quite quickly. It's taking the geometry of your current feature in the form, intersecting by the geometry of the municipality underneath. So if I do OK, I will check the result after. Date of birth, the widget type is a date. It's a date time widget, so it will display a calendar. Address, text edit, that's fine. Gender, I can choose a value map. So female, male, male. Okay. And email, it's a text edit. So now, remember how it was in QGIS before? So now if I add a new feature, it's organized into tabs, so it's better. So you can have like, you can categorize your inputs. So it's name, surname, municipality. You see now it's automatically where I click. There's a single municipality behind, so it's already like green, so Marina. Then the other ones are optional. Date of birth, it's displaying a calendar, address, gender, now I have a drop-down menu, and email. So I want to enable this form on Lizmap as well. So I go back to Lizmap, layer editing. I want to add a new layer with edition capabilities. So I want persons, I want to be able to create. So here I can choose what do I want to do. So create, allow without geometry, edit attributes, edit geometry, delete. So I want basically to edit attributes, edit geometry, delete. That's only for admin. I don't want like to be public, for instance. Snapping, I don't want, so I can just skip, press OK. I apply, well, just we save, the QGIS project is saved. So here you see I'm not connected. It's written connect, so I'm anonymous. So I shouldn't see a new button here. There isn't a new button. There is no edition capabilities. As soon as I connect, username, admin, admin. So now I'm not anonymous anymore. I have the administration panel. I'm logged in, and indeed I have edition capabilities. So I can add someone, you see, and I find exactly again my QGIS configuration with identity, name, surname, municipality, and optional. So let's add like Ismail. Sunni. Ismail, kamu tinggal di sini, Pak. Okay. Optional, so I have a calendar if needed, like date of birth, address, gender, email. It's not only these ones with the red stars are compulsory. So I can press save, and it's saved in my database now. Like database has been saved. If I came back to QGIS, I have my point here. So if I just move, yeah, you see my point has been saved in QGIS, so I can find it again now in QGIS. It's in my layer itself. So I can enable, if I want, pop-up on my person layer with auto also as well. Okay. Now if I refresh and if I click, I can have, I have Ismail, this feature. You are here, Ismail.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I can edit, I can delete if I want. Okay. Let's, yeah, that's fine. Let's do the same quickly for observations. I want people to add observations on the layer. So I've just prepared a quick symbology before with different animals and species. Observation style.qml load style. Okay, so it's just we can like green sea turtle, whale, dolphin, tropic bird, brown booby, I don't know. So I can customize again the form. So let's switch to drag and drop designer. I don't want to display the ID. ID person, so I can choose observer, species, photo. I want the people to be able to, so the idea, like the purpose of this project is like people can say, okay, I saw a dolphin yesterday and I have a picture, so I can have a photo. So before that's, okay, sorry, I'm coming back to the person. So it was a widget type, now is a range. So that's wrong. I should use value ration reference. Why is it not automatic? Okay. Because I didn't display. Okay, sorry. I need to do one step before. Project properties, relations, discover relations. I can select them. Okay. Okay, now it's going to be better. Yeah. Widget type relation reference, displaying name. Okay. Value relation reference. Okay, observe. So it's picking up like the link, the relationship between my layers. I will just let everything. Photo, it's not a text edit, it's an attachment widget. So in QGIS, you will see like the 3 dots to browse your files. Notes, I can let text edit. Date, I can put again like date, time. Gender, I can put again my value map. Male, male, female, female. And maybe we don't see exactly like because it's animal far away, unknown. Okay. Yeah. FK municipality, I won't use it. I can remove it. Yeah. Okay. And I want to enable again like capabilities on my edition again. So let's add observations. I want to create. And this is going to be like public, for instance. I will not put allow it groups. I want people to just be able to create features. So let's do OK, OK. And now if I came back, I can disconnect. If I came back to my Indonesian project, I have the edition. So I'm not anonymous and I can edit, I can add observer. So Ismail, what did you say, Ismail? Kamu lihat apa? Dolphin?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
it's a dolphin on the land, sorry. Yeah, it's better. I can add some notes. When did you see it? Yeah, you saw it like 20 minutes ago. And you are sure it's a male. Let's add the picture. You see now I have a browse button. So I can add, yeah, my dolphin. Save. And here we have our red dots. And sorry, I didn't display, like we have the legend, like my municipalities. So I have you saw the spinner dolphin here. No object has been found, so I didn't enable pop-up on my layer. So I came back to layers, observations, pop-up. I will just let auto as well. And came back here. Now I should be able to click on the dolphin and I have my picture. So people can add features on it. I mean, in my application. Let's add quickly some data viz about this project. So I just show you about edition and forms. I want to show you now some data viz capabilities. So I want to display, for instance, the population of my municipalities. So I can go back to Lizmap data viz. I will just choose right doc theme. That's just for me. I like it. Then I'm going to do like a bar chart, population, the title. I can give like a description. Population in 2017. On my municipalities, X field is my name. Aggregation, I want just to sum. It's okay. Then I can add one trace is going to be my population field. I can let all these options by default. Now if I press OK, everything is saved. So now I should have a new tool. Yeah, I have it, data viz. So here we are. We can have our like population showing like each municipalities on my map. I would like to add one more data viz, more like, so for that, I'm just going to add other observations before, but not made by Ismail. Let's choose Duval, ISO whale. Date, okay, ISO it here, save. And let's, Ismail, I'm going to add you another one. Ismail, what did you see? A sea turtle, green sea turtle.
Yeah, green sea turtle. I
Okay,
never see
cool.
one.
Forgot to. I seems that I load without geometry. Sorry, I made a mistake. It's okay. I will just add another one. Yeah, you saw it here. Okay, so now I have like 2 observations made by Ismail and 1 by another guy. So I want to display per observers. So let's add. I want to show like how many observations each person have made before. So I'm going to my persons layer, and I'm going to add the virtual field named count. And I forgot one step before. I need to take the relationship between persons and observations. It's this name. Okay, sorry, virtual field count. I want to count. So I already just made the QGIS expression. Okay. Oh, let's not make any mistake. Okay, so it's counting like per observers a number of observations. So if I do, okay, yeah, great, it works. Ismail, you saw 3, and Duval saw 1 animal. So I want to display a pie chart about this information. So this is live, it's a virtual field. So every time I add new observations, this table will be updated because it's based on a QGIS expression. If I go here, fields, I see it's like keeping the expression behind. So it will be computed every time. So let's add this data viz. I'm going to add a pie title. Observers on persons. I want to display the name. I want to sum, and I want the count. And yeah, that's it. Okay. Let's do okay. Now, if I go back to this map. Yeah, great. It works. Like I have my pie chart. Ismail, you won. Like you.
Of course.
Bagus. I can add another chart if you want, but at the feature level. Well, okay, I will do that if I have time, or I would see. Okay, last thing I would like to show you is like printing PDF. So, you know, in QGIS, you can add like some print layouts. So I'm going to add one. I will call it A4, landscape A4. And I already like made one. So I'm just going to add items from template, landscape A4. Okay, it has been made very quickly. So I have a title, so I will just let it like this. Title, description, I have a very basic map. I can add, I can have a custom logo. I can have like some text with some automatic like date, format date the now with a format. I have my legend. And I'm letting title and description because I want people using Lizmap to set these items. So I'm going to save, leave. I would just want to check that I have enabled print option here. So, okay. I came back to Lizmap, so now I should refresh. Great, I have a small printer, you see here. Small printer, it's asking me which template I want to use. So it's reading landscape A4. So I can have many print layouts, landscape A4. I can choose, and then here I can set like a bagus. It works. Then I can just say print, or I can choose, I can change the scale. I can zoom in, move like the area where I want to print. One thing will be missing, it's the background, but okay, I have my PDF. I don't have the background because I need to do one step more, but I see, like, you can see that from the web browser, we can print PDF, setting up like custom title, custom description. It's just printing the area that you want. Yes. Let's last thing, I mean, still PDF. I want to do an atlas. Okay, I can enable if you want the, it's just a IGN photo. I think it should be fine for the print now to have the background layer, because I need to name the layer. Okay, print. Hopefully the background is here. Yeah, great. I didn't set any title or description, but yeah. Last thing, well, I mean, there's many things that I can show, of course, in Lizmap. As I said before, like Lizmap is like, we can do that like for training for 2 days. So there's quite a few options that we can do. Pop-up map options. We can display the attribute table. You can see it in the demo about the cats. Layer edition, we did it. We can have like filter layer by user. If you want to like hide some layers or not according to the user who is connected on Lizmap. You can also do it, I mean, and the features itself, like within one layer, you can filter like features. Data viz, I was showing you like some of these. We can have time manager, some atlas. I'm just going to do like one atlas in a print layout quickly, the layout manager, landscape A4, duplicate, let's call it atlas. And then I will quickly set up the atlas panel. Okay, generate atlas coverage municipalities. I don't need these, but I will name. Okay, so now I should have, I'm sure you know about the atlas capabilities. So I need to configure my map to follow my atlas. So now every time I change, I can change map. Here in the title, I will change. I will put the name of the municipality. So if I go, I can add an expression, name. Yeah, Papara. This one, I can remove it. I could display like other information, like the number of observations within this municipality. So now I have like this, so I can add like some, yeah. So Papara, so this is an atlas, so it won't, just save, closing. Actually, I hope. So this layout is different because it's an atlas, so it won't be displayed here. It won't be displayed here because an atlas is like linked to a feature. So the user can't choose actually like the extent to print. It's just, it's linked to the feature itself, to the municipality. So instead, click on the municipality, and here you can see I have my atlas. and I can export my atlas. So now it will specifically like make this PDF for that municipality. I lost again my background layer. I need to do something. Anyway, yeah. So here we are.
Yeah, 5 minutes more, Etienne, if you.
No, it's just I finished my demo. I think I've
Oh, okay.
I've already showed like quite a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of
Different
interesting
database,
thing.
PDF. Yeah, just no, I finished. I just want to get back to my presentation. So yeah, I just put you some links like on Twitter, like that's me. That's a Twitter account for Lizmap for QGIS. That's a company for these news. There's also a mailing list about Lizmap if you want to be up to date with new versions. I put you some links like the demo, the GitHub link, translation. So that's Transifex. If you want to translate in Bahasa, I can't click anymore on Transifex. Okay. Okay, the documentation, if you need, and we are also providing hosting solutions about Lizmap. As I said, it's a server application. And just for information, next Tuesday there is a QGIS Swiss user group meeting, and one colleague will present new feature from Lizmap 3.4. So I put the link for registration. And terima kasih, sampai jumpa. Hopefully, maybe I can. I would like to come to Indonesia as soon as the borders are open about the COVID situation. So, yeah, maybe I will meet some of you there in Indonesia as soon as I'm there. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Etienne. Very interesting presentation and demo, especially.
Yeah, it was. Everything works. Like it was. Yeah, a huge demo between like database editions, PDF, etc. But I hope it was like a good introduction.
Yes, I think so, because myself, I never use Lizmap, and now I can imagine like how is the capabilities of this Lizmaps, and yeah, it seems interesting. And we have some question from the participants. For example, here from Wendy, does Lizmap support on the fly projection as QGIS, or how it will how is it?
Yeah, it's okay. It's working. There is some limitations if you enable in QGIS. So it seems I can't move anymore. Like,
maybe
I can't click actually. I can't
using.
leave. Let's stop
Okay,
sharing and start again. But
okay.
Stop two. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, so it works like all my layers were in the same projection, but that's QGIS server managing that part. But then there's just some limitations if in Lizmap you use these base layers, because these base layers usually on the internet, this base layer are in 3857 projection, like PPSG, this one. So as soon as you use one of these, your project will usually like come with this projection. It's Lizmap managing it for you. That's why like here you can customize the scales, and if the map is in 3857 in Google Mercator, then like it's not following exactly these scales, because these scales are provided. I mean, it's compulsory to follow the external provider of like these. But yeah, it's working. Like it's working. There is no problem with on-the-fly projection.
Okay, thank you. And there is also, that's from Wendy, and there is also from Firman Hadi, Pak Firman Hadi. Can we use the same QGIS project file for QField and Lizmap?
I don't see why it wouldn't work. Like I'm honestly, I haven't tried that much QField. I just know like the concept. I tried quickly. I never use it in production, like the same project with QField and Lizmap. But I think both projects try to like read the QGIS configuration. So as I showed you, like the alias, the forms, some configuration like comes from QGIS itself. So Lizmap is reading this configuration and QField as well. So I think it's just a bonus.
Okay.
Both. Both.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. And there is also there is another one from the admin. Does all map elements on QGIS Composer can be added as the PDF layout templates, or if there is a limitation?
About, sorry, in the print layout?
No, the map elements in the QGIS Composer template, or there is can be added as in the PDF layout.
Sorry, like all these.
Like in the QGIS template, there are some item there, and is there any element or map element that cannot be added, or all is possible to add?
I'm not sure if you are talking about these elements or don't see other elements, but
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Well, all
actually,
these elements
that
can be used. Only like, I mean, that's all native in QGIS desktop. It's also available on QGIS server. It's all right.
Okay.
Only as far as I know, like plugins can also add their own elements. So I'm thinking about Dataplotly, for instance. I started talking with the developer because now, like, I mean, if you have installed Dataplotly on QGIS desktop, it will add a new item here. And as far as I know, I mean, for now, there's no like the Dataplotly plugin can't run on the server side. So it's on my roadmap, like to talk with the developer of Dataplotly to enable it on the server side, because people can add like charts related to an Atlas feature. And Dataplotly will just print the charts for this Atlas feature. And unfortunately, it won't work as far as I know on the QGIS server side.
Okay.
Only like, the one coming from plugins, the plugin needs to be available on the server side, but all the native one, like picture, text, legend, north arrow, etc., yeah, it will work. And like the new features, like the patch legend that landed in QGIS 3.16 or 3.14, I mean, all the custom shapes, etc. Yeah, like, yeah, it should work.
Okay, yeah, it's okay. Thanks for the answer. And there is also a question from Ivan Bustami. Is there any limitation on Lizmap in terms of the more advanced layer visualization, for example, rule base or geometry generator, inverted polygon, heat maps?
I would say it depends a lot already. First on your server, if you are running like on a on a small server with just a few RAM or like a CPU, then like your server will struggle to compute. So it's better to prepare like the data before. There's no like a straight answer about this. Like my advice is like just be careful, because there is a huge difference between like you alone in QGIS desktop, you are alone on your data, and then when you publish on the web, then you may have like I don't know, like a few requests per minute per hour with multiple users. So if you have like complex geometry generators, it will just slow down your application. So if you're alone on QGIS server, like if you have just a few users, it's all right, QGIS server will manage. But it's just if you have like different layers, different geometry generators, inverted polygons, etc. Yeah, just be careful and check. Like if you start seeing some bottlenecks about like long like if you need to wait when you zoom in or zoom out on a when you zoom in and zoom out, like the points are very slow to come, or like you need to start like checking if you can improve like the performance at an index on your PostGIS database. If you can, like in QGIS, it's also nice to check this setting, this rendering here, simplify. Well, I don't have it because it's a point layer. It's a point layer, so I don't have simplify. If I do municipalities here, I will have rendering, simplify geometry, simplify on the provider side if possible. So this will like limit the amount of data that QGIS server is downloading from PostGIS. So that's a nice option. So yeah, it will work. It's just be careful if you start seeing like some very slow response sometimes.
Okay, so basically it's it will work, but maybe the performance is really depends on the server,
yes.
yeah.
And like how many users connected
Yes.
to the Lizmap at the same time.
Okay. And there is also a question from YouTube. Is there in Lizmap, is there any feature for user management or role, like managing the role, like maybe outdoor or admin or only user or something like that?
Yes.
Okay.
So if I connect, so I didn't show like everything. So there is an administration panel here. So there is Lizmap configuration, maps management. So you can decide like, okay, first I can show the users. So you can have admin user, like Lizadmin, create new user. If I want to create Ismail with an email, etc. So I can save. I can have some groups. So then like I can add one or many layers in a group. A user can belong to one or many group or zero group as well. So we can have many admins. And then for the maps management, you see, for if I take QGIS ID, the folder that I created before, here I just make it very easy. So view project in the repository, I put anonymous admins intranet. It's different groups, but I can check if I don't want like the edition tool to be like visible for anonymous users. I can check here users. So only admins can add here. That's at the folder level, like a folder can contain one or many QGIS projects. I can also choose for a given project, in the first tab here, I can restrict access to the following groups. I can also hide it if I want. So if I put admin, then this project specifically will be hidden from all users except admin. So there is also here group visibility, like for a specific layer, I can choose group visibility. So again, I can put admin or name of a group of a layer. And if I want filter layer by user, this one is to filter features within the same layer. So it's asking me like which layer I want to filter, which field contains my login or my group. So let's say I want to display only like the municipality for the town hall. So I can add a field with the login of the mayor in this attribute table, and only the mayor will see his own municipality.
I see.
So it's various different levels. You can hide the project or not. You can enable editions or like read access rights here at the repository level. And then you can hide or not, like for admins or like different groups. Then you can hide, that's a new feature in Lizmap 3.4, this one, group visibility. And then at the feature level, to like within the same layer, you can hide or not features, sorry.
Okay, so it seems very flexible in terms of role management, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we try. There's many use cases and many people.
Yeah.
Like there's always someone coming with a new right, like I want to hide this one for this, and then like. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
can
already
imagine.
yes. Access right is it's quite a
It's quite
difficult topic.
important, especially if you are in the government or a big company or secret society or something.
Exactly.
Okay, maybe this is the last one from the Zoom. That's from Iqnaul. Does Lizmap support any further style editing like Twitter Bootstrap, Bulma, HTML5 boilerplate on Foundation Framework? And he said it is very interesting plugin.
So I'm not sure exactly what you mean with this question. This map is using, so it's possible to customize like the CSS. So here, it's possible to customize quickly from the admin panel, like the headers. You can add your custom logo if you want to change the Lizmap here. Change the background, etc. You can add some JavaScript in the documentation. It's also written how you can add some CSS, like per repository or your full instance. Some Lizmap doesn't like look like a Lizmap. Like they are so different. I just take this one. I'm not sure. Like
Okay.
yeah, that's a Lizmap within an iframe. On
So you
another
can embed
website you
it.
see, but yeah, you can embed it with changing like the layout. So you see, it's quite. I mean, it's still the same, but some of them like are very different.
Okay, yeah.
And
So
then it's possible to display. Sometimes we can. So it's using Bootstrap behind. So then in like I didn't see, but in DataVis there is some advanced. So here you can have like optional container template HTML with Bootstrap. So you can write your own HTML code using like Bootstrap if you want. It's also working.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so it's also possible, I think. And
Well, more or
I
less,
think
yeah. It depends what you feel,
yeah,
what
more or
you
less.
mean behind the question. Yeah, right.
Okay, maybe this is the last one from YouTube. That's from Zoom, and then so the question is, is it only possible with QGIS server or can be used only with Q server without QGIS server?
QGIS server Sadra.
Okay, Bang Eman from YouTube, so only for QGIS server.
Yeah, yes, it's QGIS server only because it's reading your. It's very tight to QGIS server, like to QGIS. Like as we see, the configuration, the alias, the forms, the form layouts that we have made here. It's all QGIS configuration, and only like QGIS server can render the same like your symbology. So yeah, it's only QGIS server, and Lizmap is designed for QGIS server. So it's not possible to use like GeoServer or something else.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I think that's from Zoom and YouTube. Maybe my question. So I was wondering like how is the usual workflow, because currently you are showing the project, the QGIS project in your laptop and the server in your laptop also. Like how is usually in production? Like should I like upload the whole QGIS server and layer to the server, or how it's usually done?
So for like that's a FTP, so I can connect to to my instance running on lizmap.com. So it's I recommend you to use like a PostgreSQL database. So that's done like PostgreSQL, lizmap.com. Like I have some online where I can. So it's quite convenient already to store the data, to process, to have like, so we can build some quite complex applications like with triggers, with like some database logic. Then to transfer the data, so but you don't have to use PostGIS, like it's not compulsory except for some tools like edition. You can't edit the shapefile online, like if you have concurrency with different users editing a shapefile, will just be
Yeah.
broken. So we don't allow editing a shapefile online. So if you want edition capabilities, it must be like database, like at least SQLite, I think, or GeoPackage, but just use PostgreSQL if you can. But you can use shapefiles or rasters like TIFF. You just need to embed them. Like, I mean, for me, I just saved my QGIS project here, but you can have like, yeah, like shapefiles, TIFFs here. You just transfer everything on your server using either like FTP or SSH using AirSync
Okay.
or shared, like, there's no limit, just as soon as it's, I mean, it just need to be available on the server side.
Okay, so basically, you update or modify the project locally and then put everything in the server.
Well, for me, I have Lizmap on my laptop because
Okay.
I'm using it
Yeah.
every time. Usually people doesn't have Lizmap on their computer, so they have only like the one running on the server. So they need to like, yeah, set up their project. I mean, they need to more or less follow, yeah. You remember this, yeah. Yeah, more or less like they followed this, like set up your project on your desktop. So you prepare like your legend, your forms, your PDF, your database, etc. So you have your QGIS project, you have your shapefiles, you have your TIFF, other layers, your forms, your PDF. Then you transfer, you send the data on the server. So for me, indeed, it's running on my laptop, but usually people doesn't have it. So they must either use a FTP or SSH or a file transfer, any file transfer protocol that you can have. So you can, like, Lizmap can read your QGIS project, your shapefile, and then just ask QGIS server to render these layers.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's yeah. I was wondering if the plugin also
That's enough.
yeah, like pushing
It's enough.
the QGIS project directly without going to the FTP and so on.
No,
But
yeah, it's in our roadmap to improve like the transfer.
Okay.
Maybe 3.5, Lizmap 3.5. Maybe the next one, but we are thinking like more convenient way to transfer the data. For now, it's just outside of the plugin. The
I see.
plugin is just generating the CFG file. Then you just need to transfer these files. Like,
Okay, okay. Thank you, Etienne, for the presentation and the answer and the discussion. I think it's very interesting. So what I can learn from the presentation as in this plugin can help you set up your web map easily, and you can get what you see in your QGIS desktop and also in the web map. I think that's it. I think we already run off time. I think maybe it's too
okay, that's
interesting.
great. Yeah, sure, no
So
problem.
yeah, so thank you very much from us. I will continue with some the next agenda. And of course, if you the participant want to contact Etienne directly, go to Twitter or send postcard maybe. Okay, so I will take the screen share now. So now there are some what is it? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so there are some announcement or some news. We usually share some QGIS news from the world so that we are not getting behind. So the first one is the QGIS 3.16 is already released, I think last month, and now there are already 3.16.1. There are some update from some bugs. It's a long-term release. I will speak in Indonesia, maybe. So ini adalah versi LTR yang disupport selama setahun ke depan. Banyak fitur-fitur baru di sana seperti time manager atau ya macam-macam lah, banyak. Lalu namanya Hanover ini mengambil tempat di salah satu kota diselenggarakannya QGIS Hackfest beberapa tahun yang lalu. Lalu kemudian kita ada yang tadi disinggung oleh Etienne di presentasinya, ada Swiss QGIS User Group Meeting. Nah, ya ini seperti QGIS ID tapi cabang di Swiss. Mereka mengadakan meeting yang ke-12. Itu acaranya setengah harian gitu. Ada banyak topik, misalnya QGIS server, input, listing, Lizmap 3.4 yang tadi disebut Etienne, ada juga margin, QField, yang merupakan aplikasi mobile untuk data collection, ada QGIS Web Client 2, QField Cloud, ya. Kalau tertarik bisa ditengok-tengok presentasinya dalam bahasa Inggris, tentu saja. Jadi tidak perlu belajar bahasa Perancis. Kemudian ada lagi yang baru dari QGIS, itu adalah QGIS Style Sharing Repository. Jadi seperti yang kita tahu, kita untuk plugin kita bisa mendownload plugin dari QGIS Repository. Nah, ini yang baru adalah kita juga bisa berbagi atau download style QGIS dari repository QGIS juga. Jadi ini baru di launching mungkin bulan ini. Jadi baru sedikit orang yang menggunakannya. Jadi kalau misalkan bingung mencari ide-ide untuk mendesain peta atau style-style yang menarik, bisa dicoba dikunjungi, atau jika mau berbagi style yang pernah dibuat juga bisa upload style di sini, siapa tahu bisa digunakan untuk orang lain. Di sini misalkan ada style untuk pensil, atau ada juga yang paper texture, atau dormido ini yang cukup menarik, yang buntir-buntir bentuknya. Lalu di sini ada crowdfunding dari salah satu perusahaan juga, ini perusahaannya Etienne yang dulu. Di sini ada crowdfunding untuk membuat fitur baru. Jadi QGIS bisa support raster value VAT table. Nah, ya kurang lebih seperti itu. Ini ditargetkan sebanyak $4.700 dan akan berakhir sekitar tanggal 30 November. Jadi kalau berminat untuk ikut berpartisipasi dalam crowdfunding ini bisa menuju ke webnya kartosa.com. Lalu di sini ada lagi, ini ada event bulanan dari QGIS. Berhubung sekarang zaman COVID, Corona, kita tidak bisa kumpul-kumpul. QGIS mengadakan namanya QGIS Open Day. Jadi ini diadakan setiap Jumat pekan terakhir setiap bulan. Dan untuk bulan ini akan diadakan 27 November. Ada 4 sesi yang tersedia. Yang pertama itu QGIS Expression for Advanced Spatial Analysis. Nah, ini akan dipandu oleh Ujjwal Gandhi. Mungkin pada tahu, dia orang India yang punya banyak tutorial QGIS sama tim Saturn. Nah, ini salah satu sesepuhnya QGIS. Lalu ada juga QGIS Plugin CI. CI ini jika kita develop plugin, QGIS Plugin CI ini berguna sekali untuk membantu kita mendevelop plugin kita. Misalkan untuk mempublish plugin kita, membantu translasi, atau menjalankan continuous integration, atau apa istilahnya itu. Jadi biar plugin kita selalu kualitasnya terjamin. Ini akan dipandu oleh Dennis Rauzat. Ini kalau tidak salah orang Swiss yang bekerja di OpenGIS, yang membuat QField juga. Lalu ada QGIS User Group Session. Nah, ini sesi khusus untuk sharing-sharing antara user group di seluruh Indonesia. Di seluruh dunia, ada dari Belanda, dari Kolombia, dari Indonesia juga akan ada. Dari Meksiko kalau nggak salah juga ada. Spanyol juga ada. Sama Filipina mungkin. Dipandu oleh Raymond Nixon. Ini orang Belanda yang sangat lucu sekali orangnya. Lalu yang terakhir, QGIS Mesh and 3D Deep Dive. Ini fitur yang mungkin cukup unggulan menurut saya. Jadi QGIS sudah bisa mensupport mesh layer yang sering berkecimpung dengan data cuaca, mungkin bisa menggunakannya, atau ini banyak sekali fitur-fitur 3D yang baru dikembangkan, akan dipandu oleh Vincent Cloarec, salah satu developer untuk bagian mesh dan 3D ini, dan tim Saturn lagi yang sangat aktif sekali. Ini bisa join nanti online melalui Jitsi, bisa dilihat di listnya di github.com QGIS Wiki HF November 2020. Nanti bisa atau ikuti aja Twitternya QGIS ID, bakal di-share di sana. Lalu ini sedikit perkembangan dari point cloud. Nah, ini menurut saya juga keren sekali ini ya. Jadi nanti kalau kita punya data point cloud, kita bisa load di QGIS, nanti kita bisa tampilin. Nah, kan sekarang misalkan point radar kan udah nggak mewah lagi. Mungkin kayaknya ada produk Apple iPad Pro itu punya radar juga, jadi bisa kita mungkin nyari data bikin rumah kita terus kita load di sini. Ini masih dalam tahap pengembangan tapi sudah terlihat hasilnya. Ini saya ambil dari Matthew Bellerin kalau nggak salah. Dia nyoba-nyoba. Ini masih ini belum tersedia di QGIS 3.16 tapi akan tersedia di QGIS 3.18. Tapi kalau mau udah penasaran bisa mencoba melalui QGIS Nightly. Kemudian oke, nah itu saja. Ini ya, ini ada gambar Groot sama logo-logo sosial media. Bisa follow QGIS ID di Twitter QGIS ID, di search saja atau gabung ke grup Telegram kita yang sangat ramah. Kalau nanya-nanya tentang QGIS banyak yang suhu-suhu master-master yang menjawab gitu. YouTube nanti tentu saja yang kelewatan QGIS ini bisa melihat di YouTube dan bisa melihat juga QGIS sebelumnya. Instagram juga. Oke, sampai jumpa. Auf Wiedersehen. Nah, ini bahasa Jerman yang saya tahu sedikit. Sebelumnya saya nggak tahu. Dan kalau tadi awalnya kita ada gambar Louvre di Prancis, sekarang saya tampilkan gambar bendera Indonesia yang di pantai sama ada orang dengan lagi duduk santai ini. Oke, itu saja dari saya. Atas perhatiannya saya sangat terima kasih. Kalau ada salah-salah kata saya mohon maaf. Sampai jumpa di QGIS kelima atau kesempatan lainnya. Jangan lupa untuk mengisi feedback ya. Apa itu lembar form ini ya yang ada di grup chat. Sekali lagi terima kasih untuk Etienne atas waktunya dan kesempatannya untuk mengisi QGIS kali ini. Semoga tidak kapok dan bisa mengisi di lain kesempatan. Oke, saya kembalikan ke Iqnaul. Mana Iqnaul ya?
Oke.
Iqnaul.
Oke. Terima kasih Mas Sunni. Thank you Etienne. This is very interesting plugins. I believe most of the QGIS Indonesia will explore more on this one. Yeah, me myself just have it deployed on my local machine just today, so we'll definitely explore on this one. And yeah, our QGIS user group is quite new, maybe almost a year, and the most active platform is on our Telegram groups. We have 1,300 participants on Telegrams, and due to this pandemic session, most of our activity just have virtual chat or virtual sharing like this one. Okay, thank you so much. Oke, teman-teman terima kasih banyak yang sudah masih bergabung di sini di Zoom sama di YouTube. Ini ada 20 viewer dari tadi yang kayaknya terus-terusan, soalnya stabil dari awal sampai sekarang tuh 20 terus, berarti nonton terus gitu. Nah, terima kasih. Mudah-mudahan kita, Mas Sunni, WhatsApp-nya. Oh, iya.
Kepencet.
Oke. Jadi mudah-mudahan kita masih bisa dalam sesi-sesi berikutnya. Ada QGIS, terus kemudian kita tunggu masukannya untuk QGIS berikutnya. Mungkin sedikit update dari QGIS Indonesia. Selama sebulan yang lalu kita sebetulnya ada kerjasama dengan Kuarnas Pramuka Indonesia dan UN OCHA. Jadi mereka Pramuka Indonesia ini ingin mengenal lebih jauh tentang QGIS, penggunaan QGIS untuk collecting data di lapangan, kemudian pengolahan data sampai membuat peta. Kita kemarin secara volunteer setiap minggunya itu melatih 4 regional dari seluruh Indonesia, jadi kuarda-kuarda pramuka di seluruh Indonesia. kita latih secara virtual memang, terus karena keterbatasan jadinya kita juga membuatkan mereka video-video tutorial di YouTube channel kita. Terima kasih ke teman-teman yang sudah bersedia volunteer. Saya lihat ada beberapa yang hadir di sini juga sebagai partisipan. Terima kasih banyak. Mungkin kerjasama ini akan ada berlanjut karena Pramuka merasa terbantu sekali. Selama ini mereka bisa menjadi garda terdepan ketika ada respon bencana, tanggap darurat, kemudian mengumpulkan banyak data di lapangan, dan QGIS menjadi salah satu tool yang bisa mereka gunakan karena ini free, jadi tinggal di-download, terus kemudian mereka bisa memasukkan data dan mengolah data untuk kebutuhan pelaporan atau publikasi dari kegiatan-kegiatan tanggap darurat atau pramuka itu sendiri. Jadi itu yang kegiatan yang kemarin cukup intens kita lakukan tiap minggunya. Mudah-mudahan nanti ada kelanjutannya dan tentunya kita akan kerjasamakan kolaborasi ini secara lebih formal. Jadi kita sih berharap lebih banyak lagi teman-teman dari QGIS Indonesia yang bisa ikut partisipasi aktif supaya ini kan juga jadi ajang kita untuk sharing, belajar sama-sama dan terus mengeksplor fungsi-fungsi di QGIS ini untuk penggunaan dan pengembangannya ke depan. Jadi itu mungkin update dari saya. Jangan lupa ada form feedback, silahkan diisi. Terus kemudian rekaman ini juga akan ada tersedia di YouTube channel QGIS ID. Mungkin biasanya tunggu 24 jam baru dia bisa live ditonton ulang. Mungkin itu dari saya juga terima kasih banyak ini atas nama QGIS Indonesia ke Pak Firman dari OSGeo Indonesia udah bisa memfasilitasi kegiatan ini karena QGIS tool-toolnya entah ada Lizmap, kemudian mungkin ada QGIS server, ada GeoServer dan tool-tool yang lain-lainnya itu sebenarnya kan adalah tool open source untuk pengolahan data geospasial. Jadi kita payungnya tetap sama-sama di OSGeo Indonesia gitu. Terima kasih. Mudah-mudahan kita bisa ketemu di lain kesempatan dan tetap sehat-sehat semua. Thank you, Etienne. Hopefully we can have you again in the upcoming session, maybe.
Sure.
Okay,
Sama-sama. Terima kasih.
Thank you. And
don't hesitate to share feedbacks if you use Lizmap. Just tweet about it, or because it's open source, we don't know who is using like sometimes some tools, or like if you are using QuickOSM or like Lizmap or whatever, just sometimes it's nice to share some tweets or some, so you can, developers can have feedbacks. It's nice.
Sure. Yeah. We're happy we have a channel to directly communicate with you and the other developers of the Lizmap, of course. Jadi teman-teman, kalau nanti ada feedback atau sudah mulai nge-explore, or if you found a bug, just ping Etienne.
Yes, we can.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we kind of explore it, of course, and we can discuss if we found a bug or there's something, a workflow or pipelines that we have to do on running the plugin, something like that.
Sure, do not hesitate. Just ping me somewhere on Twitter or by mail or.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Oke, teman-teman mungkin itu dari saya sekaligus mengakhiri kegiatan QGIS keempat ini. Jangan lupa untuk mengisi form feedback dan kita tunggu partisipasi aktif lainnya. Terus kalau misalnya ada usulan-usulan untuk QGIS berikutnya, langsung di-share aja di grup sama-sama. Nanti kita diskusiin kira-kira siapa yang bisa jadi narasumber, kita coba cari untuk explore sama-sama. Sekian dari saya. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam.
Terima kasih.
Thank you, Etienne.
Thank you, Etienne.
Sampai jumpa.
Thank you, Etienne.
Thank you, Etienne. Thank you, everybody.
Nice, thanks.
Pesanin apa?
Halo, masih Wan? Oke.
Halo. Ya, masih di jalan.
Wah, belum nyampe. Oh, ada Pak Andi nih. Apa kabar Pak Andi?
Selamat malam.
Waduh.
Malam.
Malam, Mbak.
Ini live-nya udah dimatiin belum?
Oh, astagfirullah, belum.